I made a mistake. And today's video is me acknowledging that and talking through it because it's something that I've learned from and something I'm guessing I'm probably not alone in. Anyways, let's get into the video. Today I'll be sipping on this stuff, 1702, 1792. I've never tried this before. It was a cheap bottle. I mean, 30 bucks or so. And I'm gonna drink it. So, not that long ago, a video popped up from Matt Walsh.
During the Q&A, a person who identifies as trans did come up to speak in the Q&A.
He discussed something that hit me pretty hard because I realized I had been in the wrong and in kind of my mindset. I'm gonna show you the clip and then talk about it.
My question to you is, what specifically about medically transitioning do you think is so immoral that we should ignore the potential benefits? And why should I listen to you as somebody who's not a medical professional and has not experienced gender dysphoria?
There's a dishonesty behind it. Dishonesty in the false promises that they make, which is that you can attain this image of maleness or femaleness, or that you can actually become, in some ways, the opposite gender or sex, whatever words you want to use, which is a lie. It's not true. You never can.
I think I can pass.
And
I have a horrible Adam's apple. My voice sounds like this. I still love myself. And there has always been money in making people happy, like wearing nice clothes or good food. It does cost a lot of money. That's why I can't get surgeries that would make me a lot happier.
But the point of medicine is not supposed to be to make you happy in the moment. That's not the objective of medicine. The objective of medicine is your overall wellness. It's about treating what is actually wrong. That's medicine. And so if you are struggling to accept who you were born as, what your actual biological identity is, I have all the compassion in the world for that. I mean, I can't imagine having that disconnect in my head. It has to be a source of immense despair. But what I hate is the medical professionals who, instead of helping you with that, and instead of helping you to accept who you really are and find joy and fulfillment in it, they're trying to make a quick buck. And they're selling you false promises. And they're telling you that this stuff is based on long-term studies. And they're lying to you because it's not.
So I watched that video and I'm just gonna walk you through my conviction that I felt. If you don't know, I put together a while ago this small group of guys that we started calling the Bettermans. It's this group of other men around the same age as me, although there's 18-year-olds in there too, and old men. But the goal of us meeting together is to become better. For ourselves first, to become better men, which will in turn hopefully make us better husbands, better fathers, better men in general, even if you don't have kids or a wife, and then be better for our communities. The goal is to inflict change in our communities, the kind of change we want to see, by becoming better. And the sort of change that I want to see personally is in the way that especially kids are treated in our culture today and raised. I'm sure you probably watching this would agree that our kids in many ways are being sold shit of some sort. And it comes in a lot of different forms, but the two areas that bother me the most is the trans activists who push the idea of your gender is fluid and you decide what your gender is maybe from the time you're 2. And if you, little Jimmy, feel like you're a little Cynthia, there's surgery to fix that. And there's doctors who support it, and these surgeries take place. I take a lot of issue with that. And I also have big issues with things that most conservatives have issues with, namely abortions. The problem that I've seen in myself from this video that I watched from Matt Walsh is that in my pursuits of making myself better, it's made me ask a lot of questions about what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. What is the core question? What does pure, true evil look like? And what does pure, true light look like? And as I've thought through that, it just naturally, for myself, has brought about enemies. Like, this is the evil. This is the wrong that we need to try to step up against. The thing that I've forgotten in this whole pursuit is that at the end of the day, the people that I see as the ones bringing about destruction and harm, and they are people. That it seems so stupid to say out loud because it's so obvious. It doesn't have any impact. But it did for me when I really stopped to think about, dang, at the end of the day, these are people. And what we need in this world is to treat each other better, especially those who have opposing views that are different than our own. I'm trying to disconnect the people from the problem. How do you do that? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't evil people out there and doing evil things. I'm talking more about the next generation, the young kids who are being swept up in this. I'm trying to understand that it is not their fault. Because the only way we're going to find a middle ground, a common ground, a place that we can both kind of interact with each other is through conversations. And if you go into a conversation hating somebody and hating everything they're about, it's not a good place to start. It's not the kind of person I want to be. It's just starting with hating a whole group of people. But I found that I was doing that in the past. I started to build up this resentment toward anybody who looked a particular way, who had a particular mindset, even if I didn't know them, even if I never had a conversation with them to really understand what their viewpoint was. I would just immediately have this mindset of this is who they are, and they're evil, and they're wrong, and they're bad, and I want nothing to do with them. It's disgusting. I used all this terrible language toward people with opposing views. Anyways, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to open up my perspective more and realize that even though I believe my viewpoint is right, and the only way to think, who am I? I'm just some moron who believes a certain set of rules and sees the world a particular way. People on the opposing team think the same thing about me. So now the point that I'm trying to make, the intention I'm trying to have, is in finding that middle ground and seeing them as humans, as people who have a lot more in common with me than I probably give them credit for. And I need to have conversations. I need to open up the dialogue because, as we have opposing views on the left and the right politically, we have extremists on both ends. We tend to group anybody who thinks a particular way into that extremist group. And that's just not the case. The majority of people are somewhere in the middle. And yet we see them as diabolically, completely, entirely opposed to us in every way. And that's just the wrong way to think for me anyways. And that Walsh video opened me up to it. I think he makes a great point. I'll link his video in the description because he needs all the help he can get with his channel. He's only at 1.2 million subscribers. So I think he could probably use my help. So I'm trying to help him out as much as I can. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, please. Hey, wait, don't click away. What the heck are you doing? Why would you click away? This is the most important part. This is where I need you the most. YouTube hates this kind of content. They're doing okay, actually. YouTube's all right. They've been all right. But they don't want to promote this kind of content. So I need your help. If you could, subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section, and share this video with as many people as possible. That is extremely helpful. The other thing you can do, if you agree with kind of the topics that I've discussed in this video, I have a Discord. It's not my Discord. It's a Discord I'm a part of called The Guildsmen. And it's just a group of guys who are all pretty like-minded, trying to do the same thing, basically focused on themselves and making themselves better in every way. Mind, body, spirit, relationally, financially, trying to make ourselves better men, the kind of men that we know that our wives and kids and communities deserve and need. So if that's you, if you're interested, head over to that Discord page. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching.